Well, Barbara became the first hurricane of the Eastern Pacific season early yesterday, but it's short-lived. Moved into cooler water, and it's continuing on that track. So now it's back down to a tropical storm. There are no tropical alerts out for the Mexican coastline as the system is moving and staying out to sea. So good news there. But of course, dangerous surf always an issue. That video from Acapulco, those were the waves from Alvin, which was a weaker system than Barbara. So, just always good to keep in mind, you don't have to have a landfall and direct impacts to struggle with things like rip currents and also large waves.
And it's true, and it takes a while for some of those waves and rip currents to make it to the coast. So while you see it well offshore and it's moving away from you, remember it's all that energy, kind of like a ripple in a bathtub or a lake, and those waves get to you eventually. So it's going to take some time and be with you for some time. You see those two areas there, Barbara and Cosme, and then what could be Delilah just to the area just south and in an area that's pretty favorable where we could see some development. And it's amazing how it's been 1, 2, 3. In fact, usually our second named storm is June 24th. And our third is July 3rd, but we're pretty much ahead of schedule here. Definitely
ahead of schedule. Looking at satellite, you can tell that Cosme, which is the one outside of the circle, looking better than Barbara in the circle. The stats for Barbara, 60-mile-per-hour winds. It continues off towards the north and west, so it's now officially into cooler water. That's wwhy you're seeing the forecast fall apart. In fact, by Wednesday morning, this is no longer a tropical entity because it is over cooler water. It's going to lose all of that oomph.
Look where
Meanwhile,
Cosme has a little piece,
a little bit of pocket of warm water.
Yeah.
That's why it looks better on satellite this morning. But just like Barbara, it will move out of that pocket of warm water. Right now, the winds are at 70 miles per hour.
It's so close.
Does it become the second hurricane? It's possible.
It's so close, and it has that little pocket to get there before it weakens. There is a slight chance that could happen.
It would have to happen in the next 6 hours.
Yeah.
After that, by lunchtime, you lose that opportunity. Cosme will have the same flounder as Barbara and Alvin. Our water temperatures are really buffering us, which is great news. Here's the 70% chance over the next 7 days of Delilah. So again, looking very favorable for our fourth name system. Delilah is the next name on the list. But just like Alvin, Barbara, Cosme, Delilah would stay off of the Mexican coastline. The overall steering current that we have set up in the atmosphere doesn't really involve a direct landfall. So good news there. There's the stat that Craig was just talking about. Today is the average first day of our name system, and we could have our fourth one happen today. Go figure. There's a look at the East Pac trajectory, kind of an even keel season that takes us all the way through the beginning of November.